Birmingham New Street Station is a place that has seen the rise and fall of architectural grandeur, encapsulating both the dreams of the Victorian age and the harsh realities of post-war Britain. It first opened its doors in 1854, built as a direct result of Birmingham's ever-increasing importance during the Industrial Revolution. At the time, the city was known as the workshop of the world, and the need for a major transport hub was undeniable. The original station, designed by Edward Alfred Cowper, was nothing short of breathtaking. Its single-span iron and glass roof was a marvel, the largest of its kind in the world at 201 feet wide, stretching 840 feet long, dwarfing anything built before it. It was described as a cathedral of iron and glass, a grand entrance to a city that prided itself on being at the forefront of the industrial age. New Street Station quickly became a bustling hub, with its arched roof providing shelter to countless passengers, goods, and, for a time, a bustling hotel known as the Queen's Hotel, which welcomed visitors in grand Victorian style. But Birmingham's relentless pace of growth would eventually outgrow even this massive station. As the 20th century wore on, New Street began to show its age. The Second World War had caused significant damage, and with the rise of post-war modernism, the station, like much of Birmingham, would undergo a transformation that would strip away its former glory. The 1960s brought a very different vision for Birmingham New Street. By then, the station had become outdated, and the decision was made to replace its grand Victorian structure with a more modern design. In 1965, the station was largely demolished, making way for a new building that could handle the rapidly increasing number of passengers. What emerged was a concrete structure buried under a layer of brutalist architecture. The once iconic glass roof was replaced with a low, uninspired ceiling, and the station's grand entrances were obscured by the Palisades shopping centre, which was built directly above it. This redevelopment, while functional, left Birmingham with a station that many considered to be one of the most unwelcoming in the country. For decades, Birmingham New Street became synonymous with dark, cramped spaces. The station was often described as gloomy and claustrophobic, an underground labyrinth with little natural light and a confusing layout. Passengers passing through would rush to escape its cold concrete corridors, and it became the epitome of how post-war redevelopment could sometimes go tragically wrong. This is where the sadness of New Street's history truly comes to light. The Victorian grandeur, the pride of Birmingham's industrial heritage, was replaced by a soulless structure. While necessary for handling increased traffic, the station had lost its character, becoming another example of modernist pragmatism at the cost of beauty. For the people who remembered the original New Street Station, there was a collective sense of loss, a feeling that something irreplaceable had been buried beneath concrete slabs and fluorescent lights. By the turn of the 21st century, it was clear that New Street was in need of another transformation, this time one that would restore some of its dignity. And so, in 2010, work began on a massive $750 million redevelopment. This time, the goal was to create a station that was not just functional, but inviting, a place that reflected Birmingham's renewed status as a major global city. The project culminated in the Grand Central development, which opened in 2015, featuring a giant atrium made of steel and glass, bringing light back into the heart of the station. The new Birmingham New Street is a dramatic contrast to the dark days of the 1960s. The station now boasts a modern, spacious concourse, 5 times larger than that of London Euston. It is filled with shops, restaurants, and natural light, transforming what was once a dreaded space into an integral part of the city's life. Above the station sits Grand Central, a shopping centre that includes a John Lewis department store, turning New Street into a destination in its own right, not just a place to pass through. Yet, for all its success, there is still a lingering sense of nostalgia for what was lost. The new station, while impressive, can never bring back the Victorian grandeur that was once the pride of Birmingham. The transformation of New Street is both a success and a reminder of the price we sometimes pay for progress. The original station was a product of an era that valued architectural beauty, while the 1960s redevelopment was a symbol of functionality and modernism. Today's station is a reflection of a world that values efficiency and consumerism, wrapped in a sleek, modern package. Looking forward, Birmingham New Street will remain a key transport hub for the UK, connecting passengers to cities such as London, Manchester, Leeds, and Glasgow. Its role in the UK's rail network is as vital as ever, and it will continue to be a gateway for millions of travellers each year. But as we celebrate the station's modern transformation, we must also remember the beauty that once was, the forgotten New Street that existed before the wrecking balls of the 1960s came crashing down. That station, with its vast iron roof and grand entrance, may be gone, but its memory lingers in the minds of those who knew it, a ghost of Birmingham's glorious past.